Okay, now I want to transition from working in a single worksheet into creating an actual workbook. So what we've been working on so far is just one page within Excel. And when you look down at the very bottom, it shows you that we have sheet 1. Once you start adding sheets into your um, document, then it becomes a workbook where it's one file that has multiple pages for you to collect data on. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. In order to insert another sheet, you're simply going to go down to the bottom and there's a little half tab with a plus. If you click on that, you can see it says insert sheet. It will automatically add a new sheet. So I've been playing around with this so it jumped to sheet 6. However, it will just keep them in numerical order as you start adding new tabs. So if I hit the plus sign again, it's going to insert another sheet and it'll continue to do that every time you hit that. So if you want to delete a sheet because you don't need it, you inserted one by accident, anything like that, you're going to just go down to the sheet where it has the actual name and do the little 2-finger click thing on your mouse pad, and it will tell you, it'll give you different options. Just click delete. It'll give you just a little, hey, I'm going to permanently be deleted, and just say okay. And then it gets rid of the sheet that you want to get rid of. So now in our document we have 2 sheets right now in our workbook. Sheet 1 still has all of the data that we have. Now what we can do is rename the tabs so that in looking just at the entire workbook, you know what's on each one of the tabs within the book. So to rename a sheet, you're going to do the same thing where you get on the tab that you want to be on and do the 2-finger click thing and then say rename. It highlights the name of that sheet in blue and you can just type over it. So for this one I'm going to put math because it's math test scores that we're collecting. If I click on sheet 6, say I want to make that my reading tab. So I'm going to do the 2-finger click thing, just rename again and rename it reading. And now when I'm looking at the workbook, now you know exactly what's going to be on each tab. So another aspect that you can do, instead of inserting new blank worksheets, you can actually copy the format of one into a new page. So to do that, you're going to double click again or do the 2-finger click again and select move or copy. You want to click in the box that says create a copy, otherwise it just moves the page over but it doesn't really copy it. And for this I'm going to say move to end and click OK. And now I have my original math data that we put in and a new page that has math 2. So we can rename that, and let's say we're going to call this social studies. And so now I have 3 pages within my workbook that I can be collecting data on. So that's how you insert, delete, rename, all that kind of stuff, the workbook pages. Another feature that you have now is if you're collecting this data and you want to share it with others so that they can see the information that you're collecting, but you don't necessarily want them to make any changes to it, you can protect the sheet so that it will not allow anyone to make changes unless they have a password. So in order to do that, you're going to come back down and do the 2-finger click, say protect sheet. You're going to have to give it a password, so I'll just say ABC123. And then what this says is it allows users to do what to this sheet? Well, we're going to let them select locked cells and unlocked cells, but we're not going to let them format or insert or anything else that would make any permanent changes to this sheet. So they can just look at it basically is what you're saying. So click OK. When you click OK, if you look down at the very bottom, now there's a lock next to the title, and that tells you as well as anyone else looking at this that it is a protected sheet. To test that out, or if they were to not understand what that is, if I'm to click in any cell and I want to try and type anything, just try to type a number or anything, it's going to give you this message. The cell or chart you're trying to change is protected, so click OK. That's the same message that anyone else will get. If they or you want to make any changes, you have to go back down here and unprotect the sheet, and that's where the password comes into play. Click OK. And then the lock disappears, and now it's editable by anybody that is working in the workbook. So there you go.